So the DC-3 down there on the floor, the silver plane, look at the propellers on it, and then look at these propellers. They are variable pitch, but you see, then couldn't walk up to a shelf and pull these big propellers off the shelf and put them on these engines. Also, the idea of the aircraft hauling troops or tanks or whatever to Europe, the reason for a seaplane is there were no runways strong enough or long enough to land something this large. So landing on water was the only answer. The nose had clamshell doors that opened up sideways once you beached it, and offload, onload, and then back off the beach. Well, tugs would have been the only way to do that at the time, which you can't schedule tugs. Somebody's going to pick up on that and go, okay, here comes that big plane again. We'll knock it out of the sky or out of the water. So he designed, with the propeller company and his engineers, reversed pitch propellers. The first reverse pitch propellers ever. The two inboard engines have the reverse pitch propellers. The rest are variable pitch, which were common for the era. But again, that's the comparison that I like to go with, is the DC-3, because that was basically the largest aircraft at the time. Also, we have a third engineer station over here. So it not only took two flight engineers at the main panels, but also a third flight engineer. The seats were not for the media day of flight. They were for the relief crew or second flight crew. 15 to 20 hours was the estimation time for crossing the pond, and that would be too long. Engineers would, need a break. Yeah.
How many guys did it take to fly the plane then?
This year was it 11, 12? I think it was 11 or 12 was the number. There were 34 people on board the day of the taxi test and flight. Well, I take that back. There were 34 to begin with, and 5 of the media got off. You notice down below the fire suppression system you see down there, the CO2 system. It was not on board at the time. There was no fire suppression system. It was added after the flight. For the flight, taxi test and flight, he had engineers, 4 engineers in each wing behind each engine with handheld fire extinguishers. So that was his fire suppression for the flight, taxi test and flight. Back here you'll see these are APUs, auxiliary power units, that were used to start the engines. And if it were to be moored in a harbor, you would need to display harbor lights. These are aircraft engines, so we didn't have to add an additional fuel supply. Over here we'll look down the wings.
And that's inside the wing.
Yes, we're standing inside the wings right here. The tallest point of the wings, which is in this area, actually behind the wing spar walls here, is 11 feet tall. Pull a cap off the tip of the wings, it's still 2 feet tall at the wing tips. And again, to visualize, this is the wing, the leading edge. So therefore, like I say, we're actually standing in the wings in this area here.
Oh yeah, look at the wiring. That's horrible.
Yeah, and then of course, all of the fuel lines, hydraulic lines. Everybody a chance to come down here and look down there. See the large pipes? They are the support pipes for each engine. The top of the motor, the bottom of the wing spar, and the reverse.
That was that crawl through we could see from the other side.
Maybe.
Yeah, I thought that's how you get to it.
This must be the circuit breaker. Yeah, this is the fuse box right here.
Okay, the aircraft is 95% wood, less than 1% 10% of that 95 is spruce. That is the wing spars, or this wall you see here. It's actually 2 walls. That's what supports wing and engine weight. So that's the spruce that's in it. The rest,
Oh yeah,
vast
this wood.
majority, is yellow birch. Spruce and birch. Well, spruce was the first aircraft ever built, of course, wooden frame.
Yeah, this is all wood.
Spruce wood. So in the 40s, early 40s, there was kind of general knowledge that planes built from wood was spruce. So they assumed that this was to be the spruce. Then somebody thought it looked like a goose from the outside, and so spruce goose. Howard.
Maybe that's his air supply.
He did not like it. Also,
Or maybe hydraulic fluid, because
Henry,
the shit's going to the wings, eh? It's like the brake, yeah, probably like the brake fluid reservoir.
Hughes Kaiser, design 1. Kaiser bailed on it after a year or so, and then it became the H-4 Hercules. That's Hughes' 4th aircraft design, named Hercules. Well, that name, it came from the people that worked on it. He asked all the people that worked on it, building it, to come up with a name, and that he would use the name that they came up with. Well, they came up with Hercules. He didn't really care too much for it, but except he was really...
Marilyn Manson sat, or Marilyn Monroe sat in this chair, right here. Cassandra's jealous.